Hiya, welcome back everyone. What we're going to do today is we're going on to Triggers Broom and we're going to make some new rear engine mountings. Right, so let's see what we're going to do next. The engine mounting plates at the back here. So I don't know if you can see it there, but there's the old engine plates which I made before. I'll just take it off there. Now I made these up just with some steel which I had available at the time. And I said I wasn't really happy about it. It was a bit thin, but it was just to hold everything in place. And now I'm getting something thicker. I was thinking about making something a little bit more decorative. So I was looking at a few things. I thought, should I curve this so some nice curves on there, or should I put a hole in the centre? But with the steel that I've getting being so thick, I thought, well, why not do both and make something like that? This is just a cardboard template. Make something like that. Well, we've got the hole in the middle and the curves, and that'll still be strong enough. Look a little bit better than just a industrial type of bracket, straight edges. So that's what I'm going to have a go at now. So this is the bracket we're trying to recreate, and I've got a thicker piece of steel here. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to cut out this corner, so I'm going to put some masking tape on, because it's easier to mark and work with. Especially when you're getting blind like me. Right, so the first thing is to get the holes in the right position. Now, these two are fine. That one, when I made it last time, I had to elongate it a little bit this way, so when I drill it I'll try and make sure I drill the hole at this end. So that's where that's going to go, and we'll clamp that into place to start off with. And to make sure we get these holes in the right place, the 10.5mm hole, so I've got a 10.5mm drill. I'm not going to drill right the way through, I'm just going to go in enough to mark the steel. This is the one that's awkward, I've got to try and keep it pulled this way. Give us a minute. Right, so now I've used the drill just to mark the centre of these. We'll go onto the bench drill and then we'll drill them out properly, fully to 10.5mm. So I've got these two drilled out 10.5mm. I've put in 2 nuts and bolts just to hold in place while I do this third one. Right, now I think we need to mark it out now and find out where we're going to put the hole in the centre. Right, so I've took the bolts out, the 3 holes drilled in there now. I've marked around it with a pen, even though this outside profile is going to change. Tell you what we'll do. These washers are the same diameter, 20mm, as the bar which they're going to be bolted into. So I'll put them on there to guide as to where we're going to cut to. Is a little bit smaller than that plate, so we'll mark around these washers for the moment. not drawn too well in some places, this. I think it's just the oil which is getting on top of the paper. Right, I'll draw a line between them. Take these bolts back out. And what we're trying to do now is mark it out and also mark out whereabouts this hole is going to be in the centre. I want it in the centre so it's equal distance from each side. Now if I put that lined up along there for the edge, put a line along the middle, do that on each side. And we've got a little triangle there, and the centre of that triangle will be where we've got to be, so roughly about there, to drill the hole so we get roughly equal distance from each side. So I'll centre punch that and we'll drill that out first. Right, I'll just go on the bench drill and I'll get a hole drilled in there first, 5mm, to act as a pilot hole. So we'll now take this onto the bench drill and we'll get the hole drilled in it. So I put a 4mm drill bit in there. It's 5mm plate, so we'll just drill a pilot hole to start off with. So next we need a circular hole saw, and this one's 19mm. Now with these you've just got to take your time with them. It really should be a very low speed on the drill, but this drill, it doesn't go down very far, it's not the best. So we'll just take it easy, plenty of oil on, keep it cool so you don't overheat the tip, and then it becomes softened and it goes blunt very easily. So put some oil on around here. Right, so before we cut the plate, I think we'll also countersink that so that it takes off the square edge. Right, so I'll put this countersink in, just take off the the edge, make it look a little bit nicer than a square edge, and it'll make it a little bit safer as well. Right, so if you're saying I did use the countersink round all of the holes just to deburr them all. Right, put some fresh tape on, so it's getting a little bit dirty and lines all over. So these are the 3 holes, and like I said, these washers are about the size of the bar. So just mark around these. So this is where I want to cut them and grind down to. Right, I want to have a nice radius in between these as well. So, height the technology. I'm going to hold the lid here. I'll put that in there and there. And draw around them. Right, so I'm going to go around on the bandsaw and try and cut that as near as I can, and then we'll get on the grinder. Right, so I got that cut out alright on the bandsaw. This side needs a bit of grinding, but these are pretty close. I can go straight onto the sander with those. So I've got to grind that, and I've got to grind the corners. Now I always find it difficult trying to follow a radius like that. End up with them being rugby ball shaped rather than a circle. So what I find helps is putting a washer on there and then grind around, and just use the washer as a guide. Try not to actually grind it, just use it as a guide. So I'm going to go now on the grinder and do that, so I'll let you see what's happening while I'm doing that, and on the sanding machine. Right, it's not too bad. Next one I'm going to do is go in the sander and then get these edges a little bit neater, tidied up. Alright, we'll just take these nuts off. Now this is all top quality gear I'm using. Parkside, the best that little can sell. You can see I've still got the half a belt in where I ripped it. They're not bad, these. I'll put a wire wheel on that side, on the other side, which is good for cleaning things up, taking bits of paint and rust off. And I changed this. It was sloping back a bit, but it seemed a bit stupid to me. Belt sanders I've used in the past, they've always had a flat bed here, so you could sand away on it, get a nice edge, easier to control and keep it straight. And I've took the guard off the side here, but you can get access to this big wheel at the bottom here, which is about 4.5 inches diameter, and there's a little one at the top which is only about 1.5 inches or 2, but it's got this guard on, so if I ever need to use that, I'm going to cut this off so I can get onto there. It's got the part of the belt here where you've got a flat base, which is good to rest against, but if you have got something radiused, you can always push it into this part here, which is a bit softer, and get a little bit of a curve on if you need to. Right, so that's them out. A little bit of burr on here, which I'll need to take off. Let's see if we can get this tape off as well. Right, that's it finished. Nice curves on the edges there. Come up really well, I thought, on that on the belt sander, and sure you would agree that compared with that, it's a lot more decorative to look at, and can't be much difference in the strength wise. So that's much thicker plate. I'll just get that bolted into place now. Now I know I'm messing on the garage and it's took us probably his best part of the day to do this one and the one for the other side, but I think it's worth it. Finishes the bike off nicely. Still need to nip them up, but that's it, it's looking good. I'll just try and bring it in so you can have a look around there. Yeah, so it does look a lot better than the old one. Right, I think that's enough for one day. Quite pleased with how that's turned out. So I've got the engine mountings all finished now, totally finished. Just think of what jobs that I need to do. Brake hoses, I need to change them. I've got these Goodrich hoses, which is stainless steel, which came with the bike when I got it. The only thing is, well, one of them's okay, the one for the back brake, it's the right length. The one for the front, now I've been changing things around, I need to change the length of it. So luckily these are the old type where the hose comes separate to the fittings. You can actually screw these fittings off, and you can, it's got a funny, like a brass olive fits in there. You can make off your own cables where you put the olive on the end and then this screws in, all tightens up. It was dead convenient when we made them like that, but I think a few people might have been having problems and end up killing themselves through brake failure, through not fitting them correctly. But I'm going to order some more hose and make the one for the front, so that'll be the hoses done. I've got carbs off at the minute. I'm rejetting them, I'm just waiting some jets coming. I've got this little thing fits onto the end of the exhaust, gas analyzer, so you never know, I might show a video of some of them. Other things are wheel spacers. Now the back ones I think are alright, I'm not sure. Front ones I'm going to make some new aluminium ones. Never know, I might make some new ones for the back. I don't know if you've noticed, one of these wheel bolts is sticking right out because I had to get some spacers just to get rolling to start with. So I need to make some of those, and the spacer on the other side actually had the speedo drive in it. Well, I'm not using the speedo drive at the front, I'm using it on the back wheel now, so I could modify that. And what else? Right, that's it. I'm still hunting around trying to find a nice headlight for it. Don't mind whether it's new or not, I'd rather get an old one which has got a little bit of style to it. So I'm looking for like a vintage headlight. So I'm going to Auto Jumble on Saturday, so you never know, I might have a new headlight so I can then start making headlight brackets. So there's plenty to do. So thanks again for watching guys, and until I see you again next time, stay safe.